Hello, my name is Wali Eso. I am an international student currently in Indonesia, pursuing a master's degree in public policy, focusing on climate change at the Universitas Islam International, Indonesia. I have implemented a series of projects while I was in the Gambia. In the Gambia, I was part of the Millennium Fellowship Program 2022, which was organized by the United Nations Academic Impact. In the Millennium Fellowship Program, I implemented a project entitled Quality Education for Sustainable Development. This project focuses on quality education, that is the SDG 4. How is education important in trying to advance the SDGs, especially the SDG goals on climate action? So in this project, I raised awareness to young people because I was a teacher and I was then teaching in the Gambia. So I train young people and student leaders to understand what is at stake and how can they contribute immensely in advancing the sustainable development goals, not only in the advanced sustainable development goals, but basically how can we advance the goal on climate change, because that is the most persistent issue which is currently affecting the Gambia as a country. And also I have registered tremendous success in that project because a lot of people, a lot of students were able to understand what is climate change. A lot of them, were able to take up green initiatives by planting trees within their schools, some of them at their homes. Local communities were also able to understand what is climate change and how can they also contribute towards climate change. And recently also I am working on a research paper which is titled Climate Finance and AIDS, analyzing the past, present, and the future in Southeast Asia and Africa. The reason why I focus on these two regions because these two regions are mostly the most regions which are much more vulnerable in terms of climate change. So my research will analyze what are some of the current financial mechanisms that exist and how can we improve this financial mechanism. In fact, it will also analyze what are the mechanisms in which we allocate funds, because most of the time we allocate funds to these countries using concessional loans. Instead of helping them, we are indebting these countries to become more indebted in terms of aids. So this paper will also analyze that, and this paper also will provide new mechanism in which we can improve climate finance. For example, like the loss and damage fund, because we have seen a lot of countries suffering from the sea level rise, especially small island state, and also my own country, the Gambia, our capital city, Banjul, is also suffering from sea level rise. So this paper will analyze which mechanisms can we use to help these countries to actually help them conserve or to help them become more resilient in terms of climate change by giving them the enough financial support to be able to combat climate change. Because without this financial support, they will not be able to combat climate change. So this is what my research aims to do in the near future with climate finance. Thank you all.